Hi guys, today I'm going to show you how you can use Beginner F2L in your solves. Let's get started. Now what Beginner F2L is a process of instead of inserting the corners first, like something like this, and then inserting the edges after you finish all of the corners on the first layer, instead of doing this and then do another edge, we will do the corner and the edge at the same time. So I'm gonna set up a few examples of how you can use this. So yeah, let's go. So when you're inserting an F2L, there are two types of pairs. Now what a pair is a corner and an edge that you can insert into a slot, which is something like this here at once. So for this type of pair, we can do this. Now what I just did was I was moving this pair into this slot. Now instead of putting something in like this, which we don't want to do because it only inserts the corner, we actually want to insert both the edge and the corner. So how we can do this is by not disturbing the edge as we're inserting the corner. So right now, if I insert the corner like this, I'm actually disturbing the edge by moving it out and then putting it back in. Now what I want to do is so that they stay together at all times, we want to lift something that isn't attached to the edge. So like this corner, we can lift it up, we can put this pair in and put it back down. Now at the other direction, it would be something like this. So it's a different direction. This corner was here, now I moved it to this side. And right here, we don't want to disturb the corner still, so we want to lift this layer, and then we can put this in and move it back down. That's the first type of pair. Now we have another type of pair, which is something like this. Now this might not seem like a pair at first because it's separated, but when we're inserting this type of pair, we're actually lifting the corner, and while we're doing that, it actually pairs up and we insert it. Now what I just did there, again, was I wanted to lift the corner so that it pairs up with the edge, and also move it to a place where I can fit it into its slot and move it back down. Now for this side, it would be something like this. And for the other side, if we have this, we want to match it to its edge, put it in its layer, and move it down. So for this angle, it'd be like this. And now, the tricky thing is F2L pairs don't always come like paired up. So you have a corner here, you have an edge here. There are no ways you can insert this like the corner and the edge together. The two ways I just showed were the only ways you can insert it both at the same time. So what I want to do with this case is to pair it up. And here's how. For a case like this right now, we have a corner here and an edge here. Now, there are a few possibilities that they're not paired. The first one is the corner is pointing to the side, and the top colors don't match. So this is orange, this is green. They don't match. If they do match, it's another possibility of case. And so what we have here is we want to hide the corner. Now what that means is we want to move the corner to a place where if we adjust the U layer, the corner is not going to get affected. Now, so we want to hide the corner by using this empty slot. We move it up so the corner is hidden and we have a free layer to work with. And now, if they're a different color, the pair we want to get to is the second case I showed, which is sometimes referred to as an easy case because it's not really paired up. And so when they're different colors, we want to move it out. And now we have to think, if I move this here and move it back, will it be paired? And in this case, yes, it will. So I can move this up, and then now I can turn this however I want. But in this case, I actually want to put it here because when I put this corner back, it will actually be paired. And now, as you can see, if I put it here, this won't actually work really well because it will be inserted. And if I put it back here, this is not a pair. So the only way that works is to put it in front, and now we have a pair, and we can insert it like this. And now there's another case where the top is the same color, so we want to put it into a different type of pair. Now we have a case with something like this. Now this is almost the same case as before, like this, but they have the same color on top. Now what we can do with this is do the same thing we just did, hide this corner. We always do that when the white sticker is facing towards the side, not on top. And so we want to hide this corner, but instead of moving it here, because obviously this isn't a pair, we actually want to move it to the back. Now, if you think about it, if I move it to the back and move the corner back, it will be a pair. So what you want to think is if this corner, if I move this edge to wherever I want, where would it be a pair if I move it? And I know it's here. So after I hide the corner, I want to move it to the place I just decided and move the corner back down. And now we have another pair, which is actually a different pair, which is the first type of pair I showed, and we can insert this again. Now we kind of have a different case here. For this one, this corner white sticker is facing up, so we actually want to do something different. If the white sticker is facing up, we actually want to move it so that it hides the edge. So for here, it's almost the same thing, but we actually want to hide this edge so the empty slot is facing up again. And so we can hide the edge like this by making sure it's matching here. We want to hide it, and we want to move the corner on top of the edge, and then move the pair back down. And now we can insert this pair. For the case that the white is on the other side, the color is on the other side, we actually want to do something that's similar. So we want to put this, we want to hide this side instead because it's matching. And we want to hide it by doing this. And we want to move the corner over the edge by doing this, putting the pair back down, and then inserting. And that's some of the basic cases you can run into in Beginner's F2L. Now we have a case with something like this. And this is referring to all of the cases that have the corner you wanted and the edge that they're like stuck together and you can't separate them. Now what I want to do for this case is I actually want to separate the corner and the edge. Now I can hide this corner like we did for one of the other cases and move the edge out. This time, now we have these separated. And for this case, like I taught before, we can match it, move it over the edge, put it back down, and insert. This is one of the more annoying cases because you have to do 3 steps. Those steps are, we have to first separate it, we have to pair it, and then we have to insert it. There's another step that can possibly be in front, and that is if your corner and the edge are both in the slot. And this is a very, very annoying case for Beginner's F2L because you have to do 4 steps. And so first you have to move the 2 out, and then we have to separate these like I showed before. We can separate them by hiding the corner, moving out the edge, putting it back down. And then in this case, it just so happens to be paired, but there's a chance that it's not paired, and you have to pair it by hiding the corner this time, and then insert it. That's the most complicated case you can get in Beginner's F2L. There are 2 more cases that I didn't cover, but they're almost the same as some of the cases before. So the first of the cases is where you have one piece in the slot, so that can be either a corner or an edge in a slot, and what you want to do is just move that piece out. And right here we have it that it's combined. We can hide the corner and then do that, and we have something like this. We can make it into a pair and insert. Another case is where you have a piece, only an edge that's out. That's kind of like what I just talked about, but for this, it's usually easier to memorize an algorithm for this, because it's technically just 2 algorithms, one for this side, one for that side, but it's up to you. If you really want to just move it out, pair and insert every single time, it's fine, but usually I like to use an algorithm to pair them up and then insert them. But yeah, like I said, it's up to you. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe if you like this video, and like it if you also like the video. Yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.